Hello YouTube, I have got absolutely no idea why this stream has just been ended on us. The chat's been disabled. She's been talking mid-sentence. Google Hangouts is still saying it's going. I have got absolutely no idea why it's saying that stream has just been disabled, the chat's just been disabled. Look. There's nothing wrong with the signals that I'm getting, no internet signals or nothing. Now this is like, I can't even go back in and start the stream again. This particular one, the way it's wiped it off, let me have a look what's going on here. Unbelievable. That shouldn't have just ended. People were saying, look how the signal was getting cut off, the volume was getting muted and what have you. Maybe we did it on something in that stream then. Post 9/11 enhanced DNA harvesting, the super heist, who were they looking for? Enhanced DNA, we've just been looking into all sorts, just unbreakable. And do you know what? That chat, everyone was in there. Try and get on there now, quickly again in a moment. Basically, after 9/11 began the biggest DNA heist in history, documenting almost everybody on Earth. Here in the UK, where I live, even the police began taking DNA swabs. Was the Ebola outbreak a chance to get into Africa to take DNA from less developed parts of the world? This leads me to think they could have been looking for someone, a person with a third or fourth strand DNA strands, maybe. They may well have been looking for the one, but my point is they began showing huge interest in DNA after 9/11, and all the laws passed since have only aided them in the great DNA collection drive they pushed onto us, like data collections. Then we must ask the question, what is the value of our DNA, and is it involved in the underground black market? Could the right DNA be worth billions? What is your DNA worth? Think about it. So there's just some little post about DNA from the time of this article, which was originally to September the 11th, 2015. Double DNA helix. The idea of people with superpowers is one that has long captivated audiences. Modern day movies, graphic novels, TV shows and video games are full of fictional stories involving people who have acquired extraordinarily and seemingly impossible abilities. The real world has plenty of fantastic claims as well as sparing on debate and study. One person who made such fantastic claims was Pedro Luis Calderon, a Catholic priest who was brought to trial in Mexico City in 1540 for claiming that he could teleport between continents, make himself invisible, predict the future, make women fall in love with him, find buried treasure, and summon and exorcise demons, amongst other abilities. So is it time to prepare for the DNA era? The future is now. We went and looked at this, how they began developing the technologies for DNA harvesting and processing after 9/11. This is going on about all the police and how it's illegal and unethical to be going around and taking 2012 DNA swabs off everyone from the DNA Act of 2012 on arrest, maybe a convicted felony, yeah, or a convicted, someone who's actually gone to prison, convicted, found guilty, yeah, but just taking DNA swabs off people. So the question is, where's all this DNA going? What are they doing with it? Right, it's worth a fortune to these madmen. I wrote the top paragraph today, Sunday, July the 30th, 2017, on my Facebook page, trying to make people think, but I know what I think about the big hunt for DNA. This original post was made on September the 11th, 2015, so this whole article, I've just updated it all today and done this live stream. When looking into this on the back of my theory, the film Unbreakable came to mind with Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson. I compared what we see in regards to false flag attacks in the movie Unbreakable. This is when I started thinking about DNA after seeing this post 9/11, then thinking, do these lunatics also stage attacks to see if anyone walks out alive, then grab them to harvest the DNA from them for the elites to sell on the underground dark web to the highest bidder to do whatever they want with it? It may be a case of them just looking for someone, for the one. Maybe it tells us someone is here who they are scared of, who they want to locate him or her, or perhaps a bloodline. Either way, I bet I'm not that far off target here, which brought us into Unbreakable. The movie Unbreakable was released on November the 11th, on November 22nd, the year 2000, predating 9/11 World Trade Center attack by 9 months, or 293 days to be precise. Furthermore, it was 9 months and 20 days, giving us a 9/11 reference with the 9 and then the 2 and the 2 in the 20, because the elites don't recognise 0. So knock that down to the 2 ones for 11. Unbreakable. We'll have a look at the movie Unbreakable in this. Just want to get down all of this for a moment. Ties it into a couple of these things with all the stuff that happens in the movie, all these little cryptic things that come out of it. Elijah Price, he was 666s and 9s and 20 and 3s, all inverted. It's like a oozoo of evil numbers happened in there. 11, 9, 18, 24. Near the 6, 33, 22, 201 reverse. Unbelievable, right? The sort of the players, just want to go through this fast, but that's what happens. The movie has many occult themes, pointing viewers subliminally towards enhanced DNA and bloodlines. It is also the two opposites attracting the two pillars. This plays out with Bruce Willis being the superhero, while Samuel is the villain. Where right, the battle of dark versus light. The film is about DNA and bloodlines, not too distant from the teachings of the ancient Egyptian Babylonian worship of the gods, of which many secret societies still practice such teachings today, explaining why we see so much of it repackaged and hidden in plain sight in movies, during television shows, advertisements, or in the music and sport and industries. So God knows why, and the whole earth, why that's just been booted off. Because my theory is, what are they doing? And we were looking at all these kids, the missing kids, and saying that all these kids, look, this is London. Every 2 minutes, we were on the UK one just before this. This is now the American search. Kids going missing all the time. What are they doing? Tying it into some, sort of body snatching theories, which you've wrote about on the website and performed live streams about over the past few months, in regards to where actually all these people all going. It's unbelievable. Change this one just to UK and you get the uksearch.co.uk. Get all the UK kids coming up. These were all from London. So we was looking into quite a lot. It's all getting harvested, basically. DNA harvesting, London. So that's why he was looking into all this. Look, London, 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 Wales, London, Northwest, London. Pages and pages and pages of kids going missing. A lot of them with the common theme of being vulnerable kids, like this one, this one, this one, this one, all of them. A lot of foreign name kids whose families are probably just being ignored when they report on them missing and everything. The whole point of this, though, has been the fact that what's going on with our DNA? Is it on the black market? Who are they looking for? What are they looking for with it? Why did they get this technology? Just let me show you this.
For almost a decade, some victims of the September 11 attacks on the World Trade Center have remained unidentified, leaving their families in a limbo of grief.
There were 2,753 victims of the attacks. Over 21,000 pieces of remains have been recovered. Many of those are very, very small. There were no hopes of being able to generate a DNA profile from a piece of bone that small.
But today, years of research and development within the World Trade Center Identification Unit at the Medical Examiner's Office has yielded new tools and techniques to extract and identify DNA from fragments as small as a Tic Tac, including those damaged by jet fuel, fire, and mold.
Bone is the toughest because of just the physical nature and having to break the bone apart to gain access to the cells. So we've looked at the first step of pulverizing the bone. We've made that step better. Taking the DNA, the second step, from the cells, we've made that step better. Longer incubation time, using more detergents and things to break down the cellular material. Procedures have been developed in the last 10 years that have allowed us to work with highly degraded DNA.
With these new techniques, the team of 5 full-time scientists are able to identify 400 previously unusable bone samples a month. Most of these match DNA that's already on file. However, there are new identifications.
We've had one this year. We've had 32 since this procedure has changed in 2006.
The Medical Examiner's Office says that by next year, they hope to have...
Numbers he said then, total 33. Right, I am so sorry to everyone who was in the live stream then. I've got absolutely no idea what happened, but I don't think I'd have made it back into another live stream before the rest of it all went down. So this has been Enchanted LifePath TV. If I can get this live stream back on now, I will, but I pretty much doubt it. It's just took it off us then.